Welcome back. We just recently did a program for an organization called Power to Fly.
Great
They're a
organization.
diversity, a community of people that are looking for career advancement, career readiness, all that kind of stuff. And we did it on negotiating.
Yes.
So we thought we'd bring the highlights of that to you.
Yes. So today we are going to pick apart how do I make sense of an offer when it comes my way, when I get a job offer.
Yep.
Okay. And the first place to start is really, it's the enticing place to look. It's the place everyone looks first. And it's that pay section, right?
Salary, yeah. So, I mean, actually, most people consider only that.
Right, right.
And there are so many more elements of an offer. So the salary is kind of the baseline if you're thinking of kind of a foundational model of your pay. But there are many other categories, and some of those include incentive pay. So that could be commission, it could be bonus, it could be profit sharing. If you are entering a newer organization, a startup that might have some funding, but not a lot of cash on hand to pay people, you might ask for or get equity. So that's another bucket to look at. So in terms of the financial piece, those are the two financial pieces of it. There's a lot more.
Okay.
Yep.
So you said incentive pay and you said equity. You covered both of those. But health benefits, right?
They're expensive.
Yes, they're very expensive.
Yeah, my son is a musician and he has kind of intellectual writing work he does, but on the side, he works at a guitar shop strictly because at, I think, like 15 or 18 hours, they get benefits. He's not paid a whole lot, but he's in his 20s, doesn't have a lot of cash. He's a musician. It's a great way to get benefits. So for some of you, that might be a really key piece of the offer. And the benefits are broad. You want to look at all elements of your benefits, not just your health, but do you get vision? Do you get dental? Do you get disability? Do you get short-term or long-term? Do you get both?
Is there an HSA?
Is it right? Is there a health savings account? Is there a flexible spending account for the things that aren't covered? My sister's company, at the end of the year, you present anything that wasn't covered by the insurance policy and they pay for it. It could be thousands of this, and amazing.
Oh, wow.
Small company in Connecticut. So probably not going to benefit most of you. So that's, it could also be, what is their policy for family leave? So in our state, there's a 4-month, actually the federal standard is 16 weeks of unpaid leave, but in many companies, those 16 weeks are paid. In some cases, it's longer than 6 weeks, and sometimes it extends beyond maternity to paternity. So you want to look at the full benefit plan. I think the most important thing we're saying right now is that you are looking at everything. And the person that's offering you, giving you that verbal offer saying, Kelly, we'd love to hire you for $120,000 a year, may not have access to all of those things. And they are a very big piece of that offer.
And so another piece of looking at that complete offer is the retirement benefits and incentives that they have, right? The investment benefits.
Right. So for example, in some companies, it might take you 2 years to be a vested employee where you can even participate in a defined contribution plan or a 401k. There are also defined benefit plans that are far less common now, but in some federal jobs or some municipal and state jobs, you can still get a defined benefit, and that's called a pension. You want to definitely look at that. You want to look at how long it takes you to participate. So the millennials that are coming in, not the millennials, the X, Gen Y, and Z that are coming in, they're not staying at companies for 2 years. So vesting means nothing to them. That benefit is useless to them if they can't participate in it until after 2 years. There's a good chance they won't stay. So understanding that piece of your benefits as well, really important.
Yes. The next one is vacation.
So this is an easy one to ask for. So if you're negotiating for an offer and you can't get any more money and you can't get any more another person on your benefits and you can't get any more bonus percentage, often they have a little flexibility with vacation. So you can ask for an additional week. In some cases, companies offer a pool of vacation called PTO or paid time off, and everything's kind of lumped in there. You get 20 days, and that includes sick days, leave days, personal days, regular holidays that are federal, and vacation. So you want to look at that pool. In some cases, the PTO is a never-ending pool. There's no limit. It sounds really great. You have to know yourself though, because many times, and especially there's sometimes, especially as you're moving up in the organization, there's an unspoken rule that if you're really serious about your career, you're not going to take any PTO. So you just want to make sure that you understand the culture around their PTO as well.
Okay. The next one is work schedule. Because
And that's really important. So flexibility can mean lots of things. For many of us, it's where am I working? Am I working? Now we've all had a taste of working for home. Many companies still honor that, or at least they're hybrid. If that's important to you, that's a really good thing to know. Alternatively, some people really want a place to go. I'm working with a private client right now in London who really wants to go to an office. He doesn't know a lot of people overseas. He wants to meet them, and it's not even an option. So making sure that the foundation here is understanding what's important to you, and then kind of assessing it based on what's being offered. It could be also the hours per day that you work, or the number of days that you work. Maybe you're willing to work long days, but you want to have Mondays off or Fridays off or Wednesdays off in the middle of the week. Understanding what the policy is around flexibility is key.
I've heard that just a number of companies have even gone to this 4-day work week and what that looks like, and summer Fridays and what that looks like. So you want to be educated about all of these different things that are available and options to you in your company. In your company. Okay, the last one is really kind of like in the other umbrella, and that's looking at parking and commuting stipends.
Those are really important. So if you live in a major metropolitan area, you may have a really long drive commute, and most companies should, and bigger companies do, smaller may not, will offer you just the mileage rate for, I think it's about, I think it might be 50 cents a mile now, I forget, or 46, something like that. The mileage for your commute. That's an important thing that can add up. If you're taking the Caltrain in New York, or you're taking Metro North from New Jersey or Connecticut into New York, those are important. Those are expensive commuting, or they're high commuting expenses.
Well, what about if you're, say, in sales and you're driving your car every day?
Usually in a sales job, you get that. That's usually a standard offering. It's more for getting to the office and getting back. But that's an important thing. If you're driving into New York City, and you're parking in the building, that could be hundreds of dollars a month. These are important things. Another piece of it would be your title. So if you're moving up in your career and you have your eye on that next level, especially if you're younger, especially if you're not planning on staying anywhere very long, sometimes in lieu of cash, they can give you the better title. And that may be more important to you, because that may be what determines your career traction and advancement opportunities. So that's a really important one. For some people, it's office space. I have, let's say I'm working in a role where I have clients coming in. I really want a corner office. That's important to me. Or I'm working in an office where it's an open floor plan and only select people get private offices, but that's important to me as a manager. That could be something else you can offer. And I think we've come back to it a couple of times, but I think it deserves reiteration. And that is that when you are looking at an offer, you have to look at all of those pieces, and the person that's offering the job to you may not have them. So one way to get them is Kelly offers me a job, and I say, Kelly, thank you so much. I'm just so honored that you think I'd be a good fit here. I agree. I think I'd be a great fit here. Once I get the complete offer in writing, all of the elements, including benefits, hard benefits, soft benefits, etc., I will look it over and I'll get back to you within 24 hours.
So you're giving yourself a little bit of time to do what we just talked you through. Really take a look at the total offer and look at those different elements of the offer and educate yourself about what is actually being offered to you, and not just getting stuck on how much am I going to be making cash wise, because there's so much more to the offer.
And we will do a future video on how to ask for more, but just remember this: whatever you are offered, you're always going to ask for more.
So there you have it. That is how to make sense of a job offer. And if you liked what you heard today, you can like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also find out more about us at preparetolaunchu.com. It's www.preparetolaunchu.com.